Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to paint a poppy field with some trees. I have some reference photos on Unsplash. I'll link them below in this video's description. I also have a traceable because I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it, and I thought maybe some of you would like the traceable. You can find it on annietroe.com. Hover over the classes tab and it'll say more traceables. Click on that. It'll take you to it. This traceable is 8 by 8. Just, you can scale it up or down to any size you like. Okay, here's one of the reference photos on Unsplash. So there's a poppy field. It'll help me with the size of the poppies and the scale. And this also helps me with the distance, going back in distance. I just said that. I also put this one, I linked it in this video's description because it has trees and distance. And then I found this tree. This can make a good painting too. I like the tree and the road. I'm going to paint it on a 12-inch by 12-inch. Here, I'm going to grab this. I've got a 12-inch by 12-inch cradled wood panel from, oh, my cat just jiggled the arm for my phone for videoing. 12-inch by 12-inch cradle wood panel. This one's from US Art Supply. They don't sponsor this video. It's 1.5 inches thick. I've got clear gesso on it. You could paint straight onto the wood. It's just going to really soak up the paint. This helps it not be quite so absorbent. And then I printed out my traceable in 6 by 6 inch squares. I cropped it 6 by 6. So I enlarged it to 12 by 12, and then I've cropped it because my printer can't print that large into 6 by 6 squares. I'm going to tape those together just to help me, to speed things up and to help me get things in the right place. I did originally do a sketch. I don't know if this interests you at all before I did the traceable. That's the original sketch. It's kind of crooked. I think the only thing else I want to tell you is I'm going to paint it a warm pink, which I haven't done before, and then I'll put the traceable on. Okay guys, let's have some fun. Let's set the table. So I mixed, it ended up being almost equal parts, but then I think I would have a red color, but all right, let's back up. I mixed Quinacridone Magenta, Cad Yellow Medium Hue, and white, and made a warm pink, kind of a salmon color. I had sprayed my palette, so now it's running because I've got quite a bit of water on it. I used a 2-inch, really inexpensive flat brush from Blick Art Materials. It came in a pack of 3. I assume they still sell something similar. And just put pink down. Why? Because I haven't done it before. Also, there would typically be, like in one of those reference photos I showed you, there's a lot of green. And so the pink will counteract that a bit. It's hinting at compliments. And also I just wanted to get some paint on my wood panel. So that's why I did that. Just to, no pun intended, mix it up a bit. I'm laughing at my own pun. I'm going to put this back and keep it in case I need that color. I could always mix something close. Okay, so I stick that in a gallon baggie. And then I use these colors a lot. When I don't know what colors to use, I use colors that are almost primary colors. They're not quite. This isn't primary yellow. That's Cad Yellow Medium Hue. They're all Liquitex. That's a basics. This is Quinacridone Magenta, which is a basic. This is Phthalo Blue Green Shade, which is a heavy body. Here, I'll show you the heavy body. Mars Black is a basics line, and Titanium White. And then I just mixed phthalo blue, a little bit of phthalo blue with some titanium white. I did sometimes put a little black in it as I was mixing. And I used, where is it? Ah, here. 3/4 inch flat brush. It's from Royal and Langnickel. It came in a pack of 4 or 5 brushes. And I'm just putting in some blue sky. I'm also, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm letting some of the pink show through. I can always cover it up. So I'm leading you into the painting this way. And then I have this area lighter right here. And then I will put like a little building in a silo. So it'll pull you back that way. And then this tree is sort of like a stop. It'll keep you in from going off to the right. And this tree also will keep you in a little bit on the left. I painted the sky down too far. I realized that. So I'll just come back and paint, I don't know, hills. I think these are hills in the back here. I think I'm gonna make them a gray purple. Okay, that sets the table. I'll be back in a bit. Let's chat for a minute. I'm using a 3/4 inch brush from Royal and Langnickel. It's on the thin side. You may or may not like that. More bristles, a thicker brush would hold more paint. I'm thinking I've got kind of a line or a direction leading you in this way. I just lightened up the sky a little bit more because I'm leading you in this way is what I'm thinking. And then I'm gonna pull you this way. There's a little building right there or something. I've got a lot of color going on, but I don't know if I mind it. I've been painting with more color for the most part lately. This is a little bit of the pink coming through. I probably should leave it. I'm starting to cover up quite a bit of it. This is the pink. Well, you can see that's the pink. This is some of the pink too. Coming through. Thought I better put in some tree trunks. I'll probably come back and put more grasses. Working my way darker to lighter. Putting dirt down. I'm kind of wondering if I want more dirt here. But I also think I'm gonna put, so horizontal says land for the most part, and actually it can sky too. Upright will say some grasses and things, branches, trunks. Here, oh, my palette. Have I gone over my palette? This is a couple days later and I can't remember. I'll do it quick. All Liquitex, Mars Black, Titanium White, Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Quinacridone Magenta, and Phthalo Blue Green Shade. I think I already did this. Phthalo Blue Green Shade is the only heavy body that I'm using. The rest are basics. Sorry if I already did that, guys. I couldn't remember. I'm gonna let this dry and have some dinner. I'm thinking eventually I'll have some up and down strokes. I'll put in some darker reds too to kind of indicate poppies off in the distance. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. pop in and chat for a minute. I'm gonna start getting sun streaks from the window. Gosh, I've been working on this for a couple hours. It's a couple days later. Or actually, it's the same day from the last time I popped in. Let's see. I darkened the hills because I took a photo, made it black and white, and I wanted more contrast here. There's some pink coming through on this tree, which is kind of fun. I get an interesting glow. And this tree has more detail than this tree, which is further back and smaller. Just to help push this tree back. What else? I was putting in some, I also calmed this down, cooled it off a little bit. And then I have more detail in this area than I do in these areas. Like trying to think. I put in some up and down green strokes because I was thinking I'm going to put some rusty hints of poppies back in here. So I covered up some of the color I had going on. Mostly I was worried about the pinky orangey colors with the poppies. And I don't know if I needed to do that. Maybe and I put in the building. Maybe we'll do a little tour. So I'm also stopping because I'm a little hesitant about how the poppies are going to work. But I'll just build them up. Like I'll put some bigger ones in. I'll put some lighter vertical strokes for the grasses, weeds. I'll put some horizontal darker reds for the other ones. It should work. But like anything else, like I painted a bunch of cows. My cat... Here, maybe I'll just show you my cat quick. He's playing with the stand. I don't know if I can turn the camera around. Hang on. Hey, Wally. Say hi. He's not gonna. He's interested in the cords. Okay, what I was saying is like with anything, I don't paint as many landscapes as I do chickens and cows. So I'm better at the chickens and the cows. Excuse me, but I really like what I've got going on here. Oh, it's also inspired by Marla Baguetta. She has a YouTube channel if you want to look her up. Sorry, guys. If you want to look her up, she does. She paints in every medium, but I'm inspired by her chalk pastel and her bright colors. Okay, let's do a little tour before I do the poppies. I think that tree's pretty good. Oh yeah, you can see the sunspots starting to come in. Let's see if it'll focus closer. So for me, none of it's focused because I have progressive lenses. And so I can't see any of it in focus. My phone's only about 5 inches from my face. Oh, there's the building. I think that's working because I see the values better when it's blurry. Although maybe now I want to brighten that building up as I'm looking at it. There's that tree. And this tree goes over onto the side a little bit. Oh, I need to darken it. Maybe. The sides don't have much detail. It's fun to put like hints of blue, hints of whatever in it. There's not much on the ground really yet. Just building up layers and trying to let some things show through. If I paint it out, I can put it back in. Yeah, I think I've got quite a light here. I can see it better in my phone than when I'm not even a foot from the canvas, from the wood panel. But these bright lights, I think help. I might want to brighten that up a little bit now. I had it darker. I think I'm gonna. Okay guys, hopefully some of those comments help. I'll be back in a bit. hey, I don't think I videoed any. I don't know if you can see them. I'll have to hold it closer. Well, here, I'll show you right now. I didn't film any of the green subtle lines, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That's not why. I got so engrossed in the painting, and if the flowers were working, I totally forgot to turn the camera on. But as I look, hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, as I look into my phone, I can't see those green lines. I think this works. It's kind of funny because I ended up putting poppies are going this way. I mean, there's some over here, they bounce around. And then I had this line going this way. I don't know if it still holds, but I think it still works because it's so dark, or quite dark. And then it goes medium dark, and then I have this strip of light. Darker, the trees are darker, and then the sky. If you don't know what to do with the sky, usually the sky is the lightest thing in the painting. It is right here, but it's definitely darker here. Well, I'd have to take a photo, make a grayscale. Those might be the same value. What else? Do you guys find, let me know in the comments, or I've got a public email on YouTube on the About page. I find landscapes much easier for me to paint looser. And when I say that, I always qualify it, or I usually qualify it with, looser isn't better, it's just something I try to do. Just to change it up. Like you can look at the cows and the chickens and all that stuff. I think really all we need to do is a tour. This is a good example of values do the work. Oh, I might put a little more. Because the yellow is transparent, I put blobs of yellow, just a couple blobs of yellow, not very many. Maybe I'll just put another one. That one's pretty strong. Just leave it thick. I don't know if that needed anything there. You could put a little white underneath it and then put the yellow and it would pop. Okay, let's do a tour. I don't know if there's much else to say. See if we can do a screenshot. Oh boy. If you guys follow me, you know, oh, that's not bad. You know I have a hard time getting it square. In person, this looks more purple than it does when I'm looking in my phone. Let's see if I can do a, oop. Oh, that tree does go over onto the top. Not a lot of that pink background is showing. But you know, if I painted the same painting, it wouldn't turn out the same. But if I painted it just on the wood, or say on a white background, it would have a different overall feel to it. Okay, let's see, quit talking, move it up. I like trees with multiple trunks. Oh yeah, as I'm looking at my phone, I like the little pops of light. That's fun. Hopefully you can see the stems. I'll go a little, whoops, I'm getting kind of too close. I'll go a little closer here in a minute, which I kind of already did, but we'll do one more. So not complete stems or anything, just quick strokes. Sometimes a little dot of light green. All right, there's a traceable on my website, annietroe.com. Hover over the classes tab and it'll say more traceables. And then if you're watching this right as it posts, it'll be on the landing page. Otherwise, scroll down to the tab that has landscapes. All right, if I didn't just say this, let me know if you give this one a try. It's really fun. I find it charming. And I don't know that it even needs the little farm building in the background. I so enjoy hanging out with you. It is just a blast. I super appreciate your support. great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.